Hello to the next video in our player profile.
Yeah, we're trying to highlight for you players with either big upside, big bust potential, or whatever it might be that we either agree or disagree. The format's simple. I don't tell Al. Al finds out, as I mentioned, the name of the player, and then we react on that. I've already thought these through. So the player that I want to discuss, because I think there's something quite special brewing here, is Calvin Ridley. I haven't really talked too much to Al about this player this year. So if I start off with what I think, and then I look forward to seeing if Al agrees or disagrees on this, I'm hugely high on him for this year, and I'm going to be totally boyish on this. Yes, he's playing opposite Julio Jones. I'm not expecting...
Boyish or bullish?
Bullish, sorry. And boyish.
Your days of being boyish.
I'm very excited about the opportunity that he has, in essence. That's what I'm saying with him. I think Calvin Ridley showed a lot last year. I know the touchdown numbers are probably a bit flattering, if I'm honest. But you are playing opposite Julio Jones. I only see improvement, and in Dynasty, he will be immensely valuable going forward a year or two. But right now, even in redraft formats, you can see why his ADP is still very, very high right now. And as of today, it's 57. So, yeah, that's inside 4 rounds in any big league, and for our 5 or 6 in some smaller ones. So a definitely a higher up the board wide receiver, possibly your third, maybe your second, could be your first, depending on the way you draft. I see a very, very, very good player for this year, and I'm going to be quite bold on him and think that I think he can do it again. I don't see a player that can't give you those numbers for a few reasons. Matt Ryan is going to be playing inside 13 games inside a dome this year, in an offense that thrives in these conditions, with a running game that I think takes a stumble, and a lot of the work is going to have to come through the air. So why wouldn't Calvin
did
Ridley?
Last year though, didn't he?
Yeah, and I don't see why Calvin Ridley would not still take more steps forward. The touchdowns might decline to the wide receiver
he had
yardage.
10 last year.
Yeah, the yardage may go up, so it may cancel each other out, but I don't see anything less than what he did last year. That's why I'm very high on him. I think that's his floor. The ceiling, we still don't know. It's untapped. I think the sky's the limit for this guy. That's why I'm keen. I'm very much a buyer, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting some shares of him this year.
It's a pretty impressive rookie year. 64 catches, 821 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive.
6 attempts on the ground, 27, so more than capable of a few jet sweep plays. I think they didn't really tap into that too much. Good yards per average, 12.8 yards per catch, which is fantastic, actually.
He had some big playability, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, his long was 75. He had some great numbers to back it up. So I just think in that offense, the sky is the limit, and I do believe there's more to come from him. And I won't be at all surprised that is his floor, and we see a player. This is another potential star is born.
But how good can he be?
He could be amazing.
Yeah, but what sort of numbers can he produce?
This is a 1,600 yard, 12 touchdown guy. This is the guy they've been looking for. This is another one to go along like Julio Jones. Julio Jones' only rub ever has been the yards have always been there. It's always been the touchdowns. But last year, Julio Jones had a lovely year and had 8 touchdowns to go with it. And I think he's actually still maturing, even at the end of his career.
That's actually less than Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, but I think he's actually maturing into the seasoned, absolute season. I can't ever rate, until he doesn't do it, I will never not believe. But what I do think we're seeing a star is born in this guy who's learning from him very quickly. And I think he's really got a big upside for this year. I won't be surprised to see him. This could be a Juju Smith, Antonio Brown situation where the student becomes the master. It's possible.
Yeah, I think not
maybe
yet.
Another year, but it's close. It's possible.
I could see. He's a good player.
Could you see both of them getting above 1,000 yards? Julio leading the way.
He had 821 last year in his rookie year, so yeah, definitely 1,000 yards.
And if the running game stumbles, I think that's all we're going to be looking at is more of the same.
64 catches is a lot for a rookie.
It's very, very good.
You
don't normally go backwards when you've started off so well. You don't normally drop massively back. You normally see similar or more, a little bit more. There's nothing in it, what I'm seeing in their offense, to say they don't. 13 games inside a dome, which is how they love to play. It's the perfect situation.
And it doesn't come to...
there's nothing to affect.
Year,
there's nothing to affect the flow of the ball. It's a fast octane offense.
Something like week 11, they don't play outside till week 11.
Why can't he put another 200-300 yards on this and similar, maybe 7 to 8 touchdowns, but 1,000 more yards, 1,000 yards, 1,100. That screams great value at that number. I just think that's a great player for me. I'd be happy to have him.
Calvin
if you do
Ridley.
0 RB, if you go
Zero
running
wide
back
receiver.
heavy, and the first guy you get off the board is this guy, you will not regret it. He's so good. It'll be really perfect for that
Him
scenario.
or Mike Williams?
I think they're about the same. For me, that's really
That's not
difficult.
an answer. Him or Mike Williams?
Um,
They're both sitting there.
I'm going to edge Mike because of his touchdown ability in the red zone. Just edges it for me over Calvin Ridley, but it is very, very
What if it
close.
was full point PPR?
Then I'm going.
Who's going to have more catches?
I'm going Calvin Ridley because of opportunity. 13 games inside a stadium.
Half point PPR?
I'm going Mike. It's
Okay,
that close.
well,
It's
there you
that
go.
close.
What do you think of Calvin Ridley? Breakout candidate or regression?
Let's find out.
Sean thinks breakout candidate.
I'm saying breakout. Let's see what you think. And your opinion is important because we do get influenced by them. Not because we just sway on the first one. It's just simply because we like to look at what you have said. Maybe there's something we've missed. And that's important.
We'll give you a shout out if you end up being right.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you tell us Sean's talking a load of rubbish, which I'm quite happy to hear, by the way.
It's nice of you to say so. I just hope that, based
There
on
won't be
last
some
year, there wasn't
anonymous
too
comment
much
from
rubbish.
Bob Smith saying, what an idiot that Sean is on the next video. Cool.
Yeah, is that one of your aliases?
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time.
Thank you.